What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with some Borderlands 3. Now, before you click off the video and run away, this one is going to be predominantly spoiler-free. Now, I say predominantly because this is in-game content. This is something you do after you beat the game. That said, there should be no story spoilers here whatsoever. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, enjoy these saw blades coming out of my feet while I slide because I got a dope-ass relic. That is something brand new to this game. I'm also using a, what is this, a triple penetrating Torg weapon? Yeah, not double penetrating anymore. This bad boy is triple penetrating. Alright, so anyhow, what is this gameplay, you're probably wondering? This is Proving Grounds. Now, what is Proving Grounds? For those of you who played Borderlands 2, you're probably familiar with the raid on Digistruct Peak and doing the OP levels and all that quote-unquote fun stuff that I never found to be quite so fun. This is nothing like that. However, the one thing that is like that is sort of like that with this, is that this is a repeatable quest that you can do, and you get, with this one at least, you get some pretty good loot at the end that you don't have to pay Iridium for. Remember at the end of Digistruct Peak and you'd have to like pay to like open up chests? That's dumb as hell. On this, if you beat this and you beat the boss at the end of this, you get to open up a chest that gives you some pretty good loot. And it doesn't cost you any damn Iridium. So I never was a fan of that whole concept. Like, all right, I've made it through all this, I should get some reward. Well, you never felt rewarded for doing Digistruct Peak, in my opinion. And honestly, Digistruct Peak is now completely rendered worthless because level 80 gives you the exact same drop rates as OP10 now, in case you guys didn't know that. All right, so what is so good about Proving Grounds? In my opinion, I love that this is kind of like a time trial. For those of you who have ever seen any kind of like raid boss kills, things like that, where people are competing to get the fastest time, that's what this kind of is. This is kind of like a time trial for Borderlands 3, so you can test and just see just how good your build is and see how, you know, well you do versus, like, you know, your friends or whatever. Or even better, if you want, bring your friends in with you and rush through this as quick as possible. There's no real wrong way to do Proving Grounds, but basically what Proving Grounds is it's just something fun to do at in-game to give you something else. Now, that said, I don't think Proving Grounds is going to be the only in-game content that we get with Borderlands 3. As a matter of fact, I'm almost certain that this won't be the only in-game content. I know that you're still going to be able to fight raid bosses, you're still going to be able to, like, you know, go back and farm for loot and things like that. All the usual things that we love about Borderlands, obviously. But things like this, it just gives you some extra variety. Things that were missing from, you know, other games. Like, even the pre-sequel had, like, you know, an arena kind of mode, but I don't know, it didn't feel right. You know what I mean? This feels right. This feels fun. This feels balanced. This feels at least a little bit challenging, but, you know, not so bad that, you know, nobody can like make it through here. The first time me and Jolt's dude played this together, I died once, I think he died once, but you are able to come right back into the arena and keep doing it, etc. Now, I will say this, I'm almost certain that they're going to have Proving Grounds on multiple planets and in multiple maps. I think they'll have different bosses on each one, different enemy varieties, things like that. But even if they don't, this is still pretty fun, but it would definitely be better with more variety, because I could see this getting old if you know, you're doing the same one over and over again, you know what I mean? But really good way to get some really awesome loot. The loot's always going to be on level with you when you kill enemies and when you get the final chest at the end of this thing. So in each zone of this, there are waves of enemies. Now on this one, as you can see, is predominantly bug types, things of that nature. You do get a couple mini bosses along the way that you can kill. I'm mostly using this Torg shotgun because early on, me and Jolt's dude discovered that if you apply the sticky rounds to enemies with flak, doesn't matter where you hit those things, you can stack some crits on bad boys real darn quick. And with Flak, his crit skills, he's got the crit skill where it doesn't matter, you know, obviously where you hit an enemy, it counts as a crit. So that's what's making this so powerful. And I'm like one-shotting like basically almost all the enemies in this area if I get my crit ability, or if I get my crit to proc. So very powerful. As you can see, you can also slide into enemies, kick them, and cause them to fly that way. I wanted to try and show a variety of weapons. I wanted to try and show a variety of things. I don't know if I succeeded in this, but this was the run where I think I showed the most variety of things, including the weapons and including you know, your different abilities and things like that. All right, so another thing you might have saw right there on the screen was there was a postmaster alert that pops up. Occasionally, you will complete challenges in this game and get things mailed to you digitally. Obviously, it's all in the game, from like Torg or the Jacobs Company, things like that, depending on what the challenge was. And when you complete those things, you get a weapon or a shield or things like that. So it's just another cool little add-on thing that the Borderlands 3 is included that wasn't in previous iterations. All right, so we're going to go through this next door, and then the door after that is actually going to be the final boss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up right now. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the sound design and the gunplay and just the feel of everything. Again, after you go through this next door will be the boss. So if you don't want to see that, then you know, you've been warned. How about that? You've been warned. All right, guys, enjoy the gameplay. If you enjoyed this, please take a second to hit that like button, hit subscribe. If you want to, share this with your friends, you know, post it on the social medias, on Twitters or whatever. I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day.
This is my purpose. You there, how are your last breaths? Bloodshed, the chaos! Let the life bleed from you.
Now you will be tested.
Distract them.